Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to this video training module. The topic for this is conflict resolution and school violence prevention. It's very important for all of us to make sure that our schools are safe places for our students to attend school and for all of our staff members to come to work each day. When we think about creating a safe climate, it's very important for us to be sure that our school buildings and each of our classrooms have a positive, supportive, and welcoming school climate. Despite our best efforts, there are still occasions when students will have conflicts with each other. And it is important for all of us as adults in our school communities to do everything we can to help our students resolve those conflicts effectively. We find that the best thing we can do is to prevent conflicts from getting out of hand among students. We have designed programs in our elementary schools and middle schools where we provide classroom lessons for students to help them understand how to form friendships, how to develop positive social skills, and how to resolve conflicts if they are to occur. Even though we do have those prevention steps in place, there still are times when students will have a conflict with a classmate. When we see that occurring, it's important that we are tuned in to our students and to what's happening among students or between students in the classroom. It will be important that we step in when we see a conflict brewing and work with the students in our class to sit down with them, speak with them, and help them to come to an agreement where they can compromise and move past the conflict that had occurred. If you find that it is difficult to meet with those two students and get that resolved in your classroom, then you can be sure to call on either the school counselor, school psychologist, or school social worker to work with you and the students to get the conflict resolved. Sometimes it may involve some individual counseling for each of the students to get the conflict resolved, or it may involve multiple meetings between the students and the counselor or school psychologist or social worker to get that problem worked out. In any event, it will be important to not ignore the signs that a conflict might be brewing and to step in as soon as possible to provide that needed adult support so that we as the adults can work with those students to teach them the skills they need to get along socially with their classmates. That skill is as important as it is for our students to be learning how to read and do math and to do higher order thinking in the classroom each day. If we find that a conflict escalates between students and there is some type of a violent outburst either between students or in an occasion where a student becomes violent or aggressive towards a staff member, we need to step in as quickly as possible to protect the safety and well-being of the students who are present. And once the students are separated, it needs to be reported immediately to the school building administrator so that action can be taken. We do have a student code of conduct and rules that must be followed by all students, and consequences will be put in place if students become violent during the school day. We also have steps that we can take to get the police involved when needed and to provide more intensive counseling services or referrals to outside agencies if needed to support students who have significant difficulty managing their emotions, managing their behavior, and getting along with their classmates or adults in the school building. If you have concerns about any of this or how matters are being handled, please be sure to speak with your school building principal to get clarification and to have your questions answered. Thank you for watching this module.